Ladies and gentlemen, live from the top of the food chain, Brooklyn, New York, a new day has arrived in cable TV. Strap yourselves in for a fun ride. It's the Cyclone Variety Show. Now here's your host, Cyclone!
Oh my God. Fat man having a heart attack. Holy smoke. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Oh, man. I don't know how you do it. Ran 20 feet. Killed me. Jeez. I need to start losing some weight, I think. Nah, I like fruit too much. So, Stormy Daniels is in the news. And she drew this picture of this guy who threatened her. You know, gotta admit, tiny stick figure, big wee-wee. That's not a good picture. I mean, it could describe anybody except for me. And I'll say, Democrats seem to be really, really oddly fascinated with Stormy Daniels. You'd imagine they would have seen at least some of her porn films by now. I'm actually really happy that there's this whole new Cold War Part 2 thing going on right now between the U.S. and Russia. And people think, we might be on the brink. Donald Trump's a crazy man. He's Putin's puppet. No, I honestly, to God, think all this is just a WWE work to hype up the new Creed movie, Adonis against Drago's son. Bon Jovi just got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah. Now, for you younger people watching the show at home, they're the 80s version of Nickelback. Arnold Schwarzenegger, as he's now going to sue big oil companies for their parts in people's deaths. You know what, Mr. Schwarzenegger? I always liked all your works, but I gotta admit, I'm gonna sue you for trying to reboot Twins as triplets starring Eddie Murphy. Really? Bags of salad are being recalled because of E. coli. Over 207 million cases of eggs were recalled because of salmonella. See, eating healthy, stuff will kill you. You tell your coaches that. I think, and speaking of food, Burger King is actually now starting to confuse the hell out of me. They really are. I go in there last week, I get 18 Burger King Hershey pies. Hey, I cut down, I'm on a diet, right? So, they hand me a fork with them. Okay, so I eat them all. Go back the next day, get 18 Hershey pies, because I'm on a diet. And this time they give me a spoon. Really? Guys, one utensil. How hard is it? Give me the pie. Give me one utensil. That's all I need. In Alabama, I don't know if you guys know this, but it is illegal to carry an ice cream cone in your back pocket. But you can carry, absolutely legal, you can carry a banana split in your front pocket. You should get a kick out of this one. Chris, apparently there's cocaine, small amounts of cocaine in Coors Light. I don't know if you knew that. I know I didn't. Here, I thought it was just piss. Domino's said that starting this summer, they are now delivering to beaches. You could call them, you could send out on your Domino's app, make an order, and they will deliver to a beach. They have a policy at Domino's. 30 minutes or under, or it's free or something like that. Take any beach. Yeah, I ordered 3 pies. How many people are on a beach in the middle of the summer? Good luck finding the right guy to order the pies. Free pizzas at the beach. I know, because I'm going to be the one ordering them. I got an email this morning from OkCupid, and it said, here are all the people that are into you. So I opened up the email, and there was nothing in the body. It was an empty email. But I'll tell you, if you think that's bad, let me put it to you like this. Nothing on this planet will remind you just how lonely you are in this world when on an average Monday afternoon, you hear 2 cats in your backyard going at it. You're sitting all by yourself, playing PlayStation, playing Fortnite. I will neither deny or confirm that that was me. Apparently, and ladies, tell me if this is true, that you guys like men who cry. You think that guys who cry are sexy. Hi, everyone. My name is Tom Hardy. So you guys ready for a kick butt, because I can't say the A-word show?
Yes.
All right, here's the deal. I got 3 killer guests. I have a very, very funny comic. Pepino Clemenza is here, ladies and gentlemen. Sports fans in the house?
Yeah.
Undefeated. See, this is the way a fat guy does it, all right? Undefeated 3-0, recently signed with Evander, the real deal Holyfield. Mr. Justin Biggs is here. And kicking off this fancy little shingding of mine, ours, everybody's, ladies and gentlemen, fantastic singer-songwriter, Kama Linden.
This song is called Make Room for Mama. Just worked my 9 to 5, and I made it home alive. Take off my shoes that pinch my feet, undress quickly like a cat in heat. Yeah, I'm putting on my favorite dress, something that ain't show no breasts. Earrings, makeup, hair, out the door in 5. Hand me the keys, baby, I wanna drive. You better make room for mama. If you can't keep up, then move to the right. Make room for mama while I'm slowing down tonight. Just fill my tank with gas, and I'm planning going fast. You better make room for mama. There's no stopping me tonight. Rule books were made for some, but I'm out to have me some fun. You slow down at the yellow light while I speed up, cause it's Friday night. Yeah, I'm parking in a questionable spot. Don't mind, baby, cause I'm looking hot. When I'm this funky to the front of the line, well, there's a martini waiting with my name on the side. You better make room for mama. If you can't keep up, then move to the right. Make room for mama while I'm slowing down tonight. Just fill my tank with gas, and I'm planning going fast. You better make room for mama. There's no stopping me tonight. Make my way through the crowd, baby, clap the hands while I can pop the waters to the promised land. Yeah, I'm a woman with a mission, don't stand in the way. If you ain't with the program, then get out of the way. Yeah, people in the circle, baby, clap their hands. Come on, baby, I might give you a chance. Yeah, people in the circle, baby, clap their hands. Come on, baby, I might give you a chance. You better make room for mama. If you can't keep up, then move room for mama while I'm slowing down tonight. Just fill my tank with gas, and I'm planning going fast. You better make room for mama, there's no stopping me tonight. Make room for mama, there's no stopping me, there's no stopping me, there's no stopping me tonight.
Was I right?
All right,
See,
all right.
I'm always right. It's like a curse from the gods. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Undefeated himself, Justin Biggs. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so signing with Evander Holyfield,
Yes.
how has that helped you from where you were before Evander to right now?
First things first, it got me on the show, so that's amazing.
I mean, I did speak to his people now.
Okay. I was fighting in the Golden Gloves. It's a well-known tournament around here. Actually, I just won the last one, and he saw me fighting there, and he decided that he wanted to sign me personally. I went to speak with him, and then life changed. Started to fight professionally, get paid to fight professionally, and I've been just traveling, fighting, and things have been doing a lot better for me. So I'm very blessed and happy about that.
Now, there's a big topic in football, in MMA,
Mm-hmm.
CTE.
Yes.
Is that something that is a concern of yours now, or you're not even going to think about it?
The way I think about it, man, there's always risks in everything that you do. Even like getting up in the morning, crossing the street, there's a risk. So, I try not to think about those things too much. But, we all have a path to cross, and we do the best that we can do to protect ourselves. And, hopefully that won't be the case,
One of your, if you don't mind me saying, one of your better attributes in the ring is the way you go to the body. Every fight of yours that I've watched, your body shots, deadly, not deadly, they're serious. If you take a step back and look at yourself, is there something where you say at this point, you know what, gotta admit, I need to work on this a little bit more?
I just always feel like I can get better. I nitpick a lot. Just controlling the range and distance. I like to create more opportunities to go to the body. And, but pretty much, nothing I really see. When I fight better opposition, I'll be able to tell. There's always things I can work on, just, jabbing more, maybe a little bit more movement and a little bit more distance. That's kind of what I see. But the body shots, I believe, they definitely are the key, man, because it weakens the man. It's very dangerous when you're in there. So even if I do get hit, because I landed the body shots, he's just that much significantly weaker. That's why I target that.
Now, two brothers, fighters, sister, fighter, 4 siblings in one house fighting. Did you bully them?
Oh, me? Well, my older brother doesn't live with us anymore. So, he used to beat me up in the gym all the time. My younger brother, he's bigger than me now, so that's dead. And my sister, she's tougher than all of us. So.
It's usually the way that works.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things I find interesting is your aunt handles your cardio and your stuff like that. How did that happen?
You know what? I was out watching a lot of fighters. I want to take myself to the next level. And I was in the car just talking to my mom, like, oh, Mom, that's before I turned professional. It's like 2015. I'm like, I got to get better. I want to go out to these Olympics. But all the good fighters have strength and condition coach. Where can I find one from? So I'm like complaining. My aunt's in the back, and she's like, well, I used to work with professional athletes. And I look back at her, and I'm like, oh, my God, like you did. So then she started working with us, and I just became so much stronger, and, here we are today.
Now, right now on the market, there is a ton of stuff, more than ever before. I mean, back in the day, fighters, like the Rocky scene, you're chasing a chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, there started, because of injuries to shoulders and to elbows and to wrists, they stopped using sand in punching bags, and they started doing the aqua bags. Is that something that you're using now?
They have aqua bag at the gym that I go to. Shout outs to Gym X, a wonderful gym in Bed-Stuy. I try to use that bag. It's just not the same as those sandbags. But what I've done, I did some research. I watch Bruce Lee a lot, and I've really minimized myself from hitting the bag every day. Some days I don't even hit anything when I'm training, and
Really?
it's really been helping me out a lot. I kind of focused on that. I just do a lot of research about the greatest fighters and see what they do and take a little bit of what everyone does. So when I do that, I really relatively have like no injuries. When I'm hitting the bag 6 days a week, it becomes a problem. It's a lot of wear and tear on you.
Now, when you're doing cardio, are you wearing the training mask or
The training mask, I do. It just takes a lot out of you. It's so like it's punishing to do it. So sometimes I'll run like 5 miles with the mask on, but if I haven't done it in a while, it's hard. So I went the other day, man. I had the altitude mask on, and I'm sparring I go to the gym later on in the day, sparring like 3 dudes. We're doing like 10 rounds and stuff like that. And one of the younger guys starts catching me with a couple punches, and I can feel how weak I got from using that mask. So I'm like, oh my God. But the mask is very, very good when you get used to it.
Now, when you're sparring, are you using headgear? See, now that's really interesting because in the world of MMA,
Yes.
when guys are sparring and doing boxing training, they're doing it no headgear. I was actually thinking about, despite me joking around all the time about me being a fat slob, which is true, I was actually planning on starting to train with Corey Anderson, who's down in Nick Catone's.
Okay.
And he's a light heavyweight fighter in the UFC. And one of my friends who trains with him said, just to let you know, when we do boxing training, we're not wearing headgear. I went, wait a second. I'm not having a UFC light heavyweight punch me in the face. He goes, no, you just got to duck those shots. I'm like,
Oh man.
look, I know how fast you throw. With all due respect, maybe there's a snowball's chance in hell I might possibly, maybe, just get grazed by you. Or UFC light heavyweight's taking me out.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, that's what we do. I'm like,
Yeah.
so I was always curious to know.
I used the headgear. When I was going to the pros, I was like, oh man, I had to start sparring without the headgear. I tried it a little bit, man, but we just keep it on because it's the headbutts, and anything can happen when you're in there. But those UFC guys are very tough, man. I fought one my last fight, and he was a tough guy. They take a lot of shots to the head. I had to stop him with a body shot.
Now, see, this is what we call in the business a segue, because what I want to know, there's a lot of crossover between boxing and MMA. I'm not going to mention the 2 big names, Conor and Floyd.
All right.
But there's a lot. Like Anthony Joshua was talking about it. Stipe Miocic was talking about it. Everyone wants to cross over. And the fact of the matter is, in pro boxing, the money, boxers get the lion's share of the money. Wrestling has the lion's share of the fans. Mixed martial arts has really like nothing. That's why I think most of them are trying to expand out.
Right.
Would you ever consider either mixed martial arts or maybe wrestling?
As in WWE?
Well, as to start out as on the indie circuit, and then maybe.
You know what, man? The way that right now in mixed martial arts, a lot of people come to mixed martial arts from doing something else. Like Rhonda, I know she went to the Olympics, and what was it again? Judo. And she learned to throw some punches and things like that. Conor was predominantly doing boxing, when he first started out. So it's very likely that, I can learn how to, reverse some takedowns and do stuff. Not saying I'll be the best or anything like that, but if the right amount of money is there, you never know,
Spoken. See, you're already a pro athlete.
Yeah.
That's it, baby.
But in the future, though, when children grow up doing everything, the sport is going to be a lot better, and also it's going to be, you can't just hop in there like that anymore. It's hard now, but just like, you watch old school boxing, they didn't move as fluid as we move now, because as children they weren't doing it. They started doing it as kind of like grown men. Right. But now from 6 years old, we're learning how to box, and we're moving better and learning things.
How old were you when you started?
Me, I always knew how to box. I had a brother who was 10 years old, and my dad trained him, and he would take me and have me in the stroller, and my brother would be boxing. So I always kind of knew how to do it.
As a professional now, are you allowed to call your own fights?
Call a meeting.
If there was another organization, outside of Real Deal, and you said, hey, you know what? Looks like an interesting group of guys. Maybe I'd like to scrap with one of them.
Oh, yeah. They're really open to people calling people out, and you want to make this certain fight, as long as it, made sense. They're all about champions fighting champions in competitive matches. So if something like that came up, and, they would probably let it go down.
So there's no rule from Evander. You fight who I tell you, when I tell you, how I tell you, nobody else.
That's not really the energy that they give off. They run things very well, but they're very reasonable. They're like real people, in the sense of like you can speak to Evander about pretty much anything. And the guys there, Eric and Kevin, they're just really, really good guys, man. And, my advisor, Felipe Gomez, he's an amazing guy too, man. And, we all just come together and work on things, and they listen to you,
See, the reason why I say that is because when you sign a contract with Vince, once you go NXT, you're not allowed to do anything without his permission. Right.
So I mean, you need permission. You can't just do anything, but they're very accessible and they're very reasonable, So if they were to say, I don't really want you doing something like this, they'd give you a bunch of reasons. If you wanted to do it, a lot of times they will let you do it. But usually, by the time they explain it to you, you're like, yeah, I was kind of tripping about it.
Now, you're still very young. I don't even remember being your age. Looking forward, is there anything you see yourself maybe doing post-career?
You know what? Me and my buddy, we have this film company. We've been doing a lot of music videos and things like that. That's something I've been investing in. I would also like to buy some real estate soon, looking at that like at the end of the year. And, just later on, just helping the new generation. Like my brother and I, my brother, he's trained this young fighter. He's just been in the gym with us a month, and it's fun to see like my life kind of playing throughout him. And the area that I live in, I'm from, it isn't the greatest area. So if I could do something and start open up a program where I can help the kids, and then later on get them to doing, even if they're not a fighter per se, they just learn discipline and staying in school and staying out of the streets, that would just be awesome.
Now look, fighters like to be, let's put it bluntly, pampered. Some fighters can handle themselves really fast. Some take their sweet time. Do you like to do your own hand wraps, or do you prefer someone doing them for you?
Me, I usually do it myself. Yeah.
How long does it normally take you? Do you take your time? Wrapping and wrapping and wrapping, or is it?
Well, it depends on what time I get to the gym. If I'm there late, and my trainer Yoel Judah wants me to get on those pads, I'll do them real quick, maybe 30 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, maybe, half a minute. Yeah.
Well, it's funny how you say that, because I just happened. What are the odds? 2 190
Okay.
Mexican hand wraps.
All right.
the kind Mr. Mayweather likes.
All right.
You said about 30 seconds, right?
Yeah, about 30 seconds.
I left my timer in my bag, which really sucks, and shows I'm not really a professional.
Okay.
But we have a clock.
Oh.
So, let's say you put both of these on.
All right.
If you do it under 30 seconds, everyone of my guests, my audience,
All right.
gets a prize.
Both of them. 30 seconds.
Yeah, both of them.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'm not going to do one and you do one and we
Can
go
you help
out.
me? Okay.
No Stitch, no nobody.
All right, nobody? Okay.
I'll put it here.
I'm going to try for you guys. I'm gonna try for
30
you guys.
seconds.
All right.
These guys get a gift.
Let me, okay. When do you want me to start?
Now.
This is not fair.
Life isn't fair. Look at me.
Oh, this is a trick. This is too.
Hey, those are Floyd's, man. Listen, that's Money Mayweather right there. See, this would be good if the control room would play.
I know, that's what I was expecting. Okay. All right, we're done. We got them on.
Hardly, and you're overtime.
Overtime?
Overtime. You know
Sorry,
what,
guys?
You know what? I'm in a giving mood. I'm sort of like Oprah Winfrey today.
Okay.
So you know what?
Oh, what?
You get a prize.
Okay.
See, this isn't
wow.
good. See, this is me fumbling. You get a prize. You get a prize.
If I'd have did it in time,
You get a
got the
prize.
car, but
You get a prize.
Frisbee,
Whoops. I'll get that one later. You get a prize. Those two will be given out later. But you all get prizes, so you're welcome.
this does match my outfit too.
I knew
matches
that.
my
I knew
outfit.
that was
That's
going to
something I'm
happen. That's
happy.
why those were the ones I
Yeah.
brought.
I figured that.
That was pretty good.
Sure.
So look, you're here because we're promoting Saturday's fight.
Yes,
Saturday's a huge day in combat sports. There's
absolutely.
an MMA card in Atlantic City. There's fights in Barclays Center. There's fights in King's Theater with you. So let's talk about it. The guy you're fighting,
Yes.
watch film on him.
Yes, I watched some film on him.
What do you think?
I think he's very good. You know, he's 2-0. He's coming from Hungary, has good movement, good skill, good defense. It'll definitely be a test for me. And both undefeated, so someone's always got to go. You know.
Now he's not going to come in. Since you're going to say that line, he's not going to come walking in, doing the Vince Conner walk, is he?
I don't know what he can do whatever he wants coming in. It's just the way he goes out, and
Rip into the body.
yeah, I have to, I have to definitely go to the body, and we're gonna see how he takes it, and he can go, in his face or on his back. It doesn't matter, but I just feel as if that this fight, humbly that I will stop him in around the third or fourth round, and if he's worthy and it goes to the 6 rounds, then all respect to him. But people are paying money, and they could be anywhere in the world on Saturday night. If you spend it with me, I want to give you guys your money's worth.
See, now I wasn't even going to ask you what round. I wasn't going to put that much pressure, But that's good though. If it goes to the cards, you as a fighter, because there's a lot of talk about how good judges are.
Right, they're great. Yeah.
Yeah. Great like a third armpit. As a fighter, I'm just curious, before I let you go, what do you think about how the judges score fights?
Man, it's all objective. Sometimes when you're there at the fight, it does seem different than when you're watching on television. And we, as a lot of those people that are there judging, they're actually fight fans. So a lot of times behind the scenes, they meet certain fighters. They see the kids there with them. They meet their wife. They form personal attachments to them. Now, there are some instances where it's disgusting. You're like, whoa, that guy, how'd you do that? But sometimes maybe they give around here and there. And, as a judge, you have to understand that each guy worked hard. Each guy sacrificed. And whoever ran the farthest, trained the hardest, is the one who deserved to win. And, you can't take that from a man, because the world is there watching. And that's what really hurts the sport when those type of things happen. You lose, it's okay, And I feel as if us as the fans, as I'm a fan as well, if we took a lot of pressure and didn't focus so much on, this guy's, undefeated, but these men are in there trying to give us a good show. So if he loses and he did the best he could, then, so be it. Let's support him. Now, if someone's not training and they're well beyond their years, then, we kind of got to, hey, it's time for you to retire. But if two guys are in there fighting their best, let's just let that be that and enjoy our night,
Cool. And on that note, I want to say thank you very much for stopping by.
Thank you.
4-0 Saturday?
Yes, absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely.
You guys want to hear some more music?
Yes.
Cool. Because once again, here is Carmel Linden.
Thank you so much. Maybe this is why you've been spending your Saturday night alone. This song is called Lonely With You. People ask me why I come to dances all alone. Well, Aunt Shadane, what's his name? Oh no, he's staying home. Well, he's content to sit at home in front of the TV, while every man in this damn bar is coming on to me. I'm not the type to wait at home alone and feeling blue. I'd rather be alone than be lonely with you. Lonely with you, lonely with you. I'd rather be alone than be lonely with you. Lonely with you, lonely with you. I'd rather be alone than be lonely with you. My dancing shoes were calling, honey, dust me off the shelf. This dress just fits too right to stay home dancing by myself. My hair just looks too good like this for no one else to see. My body looks too hot for no one else to have a piece. If you won't move your butt for me, I'm walking out on you. I'd rather be alone than be lonely with you. Lonely with you, lonely with you. I'd rather be alone than be lonely with you. Lonely with you, lonely with you. I'd rather be alone than be lonely with you. Alright. Well, he can fall asleep next to the remote and the beer, and I can stay awake all night and never shed a tear. And he can let the TV mesmerize him with its light, and I can let this handsome man take me home tonight. Cause I need some attention, oh what's a girl to do? I'd rather be alone than be lonely with you. Lonely with you, lonely with you. I'd rather be alone than be lonely with you. Lonely with you, lonely with you. I'd rather be alone than be lonely with you.
Once again, she killed it. I bow to you. I would go down and bow, but I'm never getting back up.
That's okay. You know, the exercises in my book will help you. My book and my CDs are over there. I was going to say you could just hold them up for a second if you want, if you get a chance.
So, let me ask you, such a tiny frame. Where does this big power come from in a tiny frame?
Breath and energy, I suppose. I mean, I swim a lot, I run a lot, but it's just... You remember the commercial that Jay Leno had for Cheetos or maybe Doritos, and it's like, crunch all you want, we'll make more? Well, that's how energy works. So if you give yourself the time to exercise and make energy, energy just comes, and you just get more energy. So if I swim 100 laps, I have more energy. I'm not tired. I have more energy, which gives me breath control. So the funny thing is, like when I was young, I couldn't run. I used to have that breath on fire kind of feeling. And then I learned to run. And one of my fellow actors on a tour I was on taught me to slow my breathing down. So believe it or not, instead of when you're running, you just like, whatever, look at the trees, la la la, you know, and then your run goes by and you're just like, wow, I just feel great and I just want to sing. So now I can sing long notes and hold my notes longer, and it helps everything.
Now, you worked with a group called Arts for Healing.
Yes, Lauren, yes.
How important was it for you to work with a group such as that group?
When Lauren put out the request for songs and poems for 9/11, my friend's father, Philip D. Miller, passed on in the towers, as did someone else from my high school. And it's just so important because I just remember that day myself, where I was, what I was doing, and I'm just like, yeah, of course. And I have this song called Crossed Over, which the lyrics from that song were put into Lauren's book. And I've helped Lauren do promotional tours with it, and we were even on NBC with Pat Battle, and we got on to speak about the book. And what's really nice is one page will be either a poem or a song, and right next to it, the next image will be an art piece. So it'll be poems or song, art piece, poem or song, art piece. And believe it or not, Suzanne Vega also has a song in there, as does Bruce Springsteen.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know how I didn't catch up on that.
Yes, I have it. I'll tell you what page when I get home. I'm sorry, I don't know off the top of my head.
Better yet, my researchers suck. Researchers, you're fired. Boy, you would have given me that little nugget to make me look good with the people. So look, you're a Brooklyn girl.
Mm-hmm.
A country twang to it. How much slack do you get for doing that?
Well, here's the thing. I've been to 48 states except for Alaska and Idaho. I have lived in many states, and I've traveled a lot of countries as well. And eventually, after Brooklyn, I moved to Staten Island, which is what? Southern New York.
True.
So, anyway, no, I do love Nashville, and the name of the third album is called Southern Comfort. And whether you're in Nashville or whether you're just traveling in general, people just are so good, and they do what they can to make you feel good about yourself. You're like, here, did you get enough to eat? You know, it's just a thing that they say. If you go to Kansas, did you get enough to eat? So they want to make sure you're fed well, you're slept well. They want to feel like they made you feel at home. And sometimes, you know, I mean, there's great New Yorkers. I just had, you know, 2 wonderful train conversations this week on the train, so I don't want to say New Yorkers are cold, but you have to be honest, how many of us keep our iPod headphones in here and we pretend we don't hear anything or see anything, we just move on. So they don't have iPod headphones in their ears when they walk down the street. They actually make eye contact, have a conversation with you, tell you about the day. We were talking about Los Angeles earlier, Ulysses and I, and it's very funny when you go to LA. If you have to go to Chase Bank, please put 3 quarters or more in your meter, because that running in and running out just to get some change is going to involve a conversation, a long conversation, and they're going to want to know about you. And I even wrote a song called Definition of, and one of the phrases in the song, there was a gentleman, I'm like sitting here playing, and he's like, what kind of music do you play? And I'm like, dude, I'm playing and singing right now, and if you just stop talking, you'll actually get it. I promise. So the phrase in there is, if you'd shut up and listen a minute, the answer is right here where you are, you know, so. But they're so good-hearted, and they want to know about you. They want to talk. They want to have a conversation. They want to connect. And I just hope and that we can, you know, bring it to our Brooklynites and our friends here in New York to remember that we don't have to be like this all the time. You know, sometimes you can meet some great people on the train, especially during a by the way, passengers, we're going to be held here for a while due to a signal problem. Which finger am I holding up? Due to a signal problem. So, you know, make a conversation with your fellow passengers. It won't hurt.
Now, what I want to know is, you're part of a nice big festival next month.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
So this will be my 2nd time doing the Jersey Shore Festival, and it's really, really wonderful. And there's a song on Southern Comfort called Jersey Girl. And it's not about Snooki. It's actually about the Jersey Shore and how much I love it. So I sort of interchange it sometimes because Point Pleasant is my original Jersey Shore love. But at the same time, if you ever come by Seaside Park, not Seaside Heights, Seaside Park, you will see me on my little bench in front of Decatur Avenue. And that's where I busk and that's where I play. And I have to admit, I have some proteges now who now take their little guitars out and busk. And every once in a while I want to take my bench. I'm like, okay, you get it till 8:30 and then it's mine. So, but it's a great festival. It's 3 days and there's one act after another in about 6 or 7 different venues. And I'll be in a place called Riggers. So Riggers is kind of like this dive bar, but like really cool people. So when I went there in the morning, Saturday morning last year when I performed, there's people in the bar, just in the bar, ready to rock. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're ready. So I had a 10 o'clock spot last year, but tonight, May 18th, you'll be able to see me from 7 till 8. And then you'll still be able to go and have a dinner or, get to sleep early and not have to wait till, 10 o'clock at night to see me perform. So it's a great, great festival. So I'm excited.
Cool. I want to thank you.
Thank you so much.
And you'll play us out?
I sure will. Thank you.
Cool. Now, you guys want to laugh?
Yes.
Don't get all too excited. Got some more minutes to kill. Why not get some giggles in? Ladies and gentlemen, very funny comic, friend of mine. I don't know about how much longer he'll be a friend of mine. It's almost on that level. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Peppino Clemenza.
What's up?
Hey.
Talking about not being a friend of his long enough. By the way, it's his birthday. I'm not supposed to say nothing but
Jeez,
Oh, you know,
thanks.
happy birthday. Happy belated birthday.
One day closer to death,
Yes.
and you're getting a demerit.
Yes. So, if I look familiar, it's because I am. I'm Danny DeVito's stunt double. Persian, Italian, and Greek. I came out of my mother's a hairy olive. That makes more sense in the summer. I'm right in the winter. Okay, you get it. So, my Italian family came here during the Great Baked Ziti famine. My Iranian family came here looking for plutonium dynamite. You gotta be okay, that joke never goes well. You gotta be a Back to the Future fan to understand that joke. Okay, so, we all had crappy jobs, right? We all had crappy jobs. Cyclone, I wanted to ask you this earlier, but it might be too late, but I'm gonna ask anyway. Can I do crowd work here? I'll take that as a no. I was hoping to do crowd work, but okay. So that kind of threw me off. So, man, that threw you off. What was the last thing I said? I've been drinking. Plutonium dynamite, blah, 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 blah. Oh, bad jobs. Okay. So, I used to be a dishwasher. Worst job ever, especially if you speak English. Speaking English and being a dishwasher don't go together. So, this job so bad, I used to have to steal to make ends meet. And I used to drink alcohol in the walk-in fits. So, one day I got drunk before going to work, and then I went to work, and left a wedding cake in the walk-in fridge. So that's where all the kitchen people drink their alcohol. Like, you can't have a... By the way, if you want to steal and you work in the kitchen, steal in a walk-in fridge, because you can't have cameras in a walk-in fridge, because, you know. So if you want to steal in a walk-in fridge. So, long story short, I'll keep it going. they left a wedding cake in the walk-in fridge, and I stole a few beers, drank a few beers. I was so drunk, and I used to work on a boat. So the boat would move back and forth. So I had an excuse. So one day I dropped a beer on a wedding cake. By the way, the wedding cake was delicious. So I dropped a beer on the wedding cake. I'm going, oh, up a wedding cake. So I decided to, like I said, I licked off the wedding cake. I finished off my beer. 1 minute left. Okay, so I know that's unprofessional, but I'm not professional. So I told my boss, by the way, some wedding cake in the walk-in, and I fell over it. So long story short, somebody had a bad wedding. All right, I'm Peppino Clemenza. Thank you. Thanks for my last relationship with Cyclone. A salud.
You need to talk into this, genius.
Thank you.
Welcome to the last episode of the Cyclone Variety Show. I'm almost afraid to ask this question.
What could go wrong?
What gave you the idea of combining drunk stories with the comedy show?
History?
Yours?
Keep it simple.
Yours?
Yes.
Are there any... doing a show at MNN, if you can be serious for a minute or two, please?
I'll try. No promises.
I'm going to lose control of this show, aren't I? Are there any challenges shooting over at MNN?
No. You know me, I'm the exact opposite of you. Even though you created me. We should talk about that. I was hoping you were going to go that direction. You kind of created me.
Really?
I'm kind of your Frankenstein, aren't I? No? Aren't I your Frankenstein, kind of? We should have rehearsed this a little bit earlier, shouldn't we? You can tell this is all... Okay, I'll let you go.
Well, crew, it was nice being part of Brick once again. Great, another 16-month suspension coming my way. By the way, you better have me on at MNN since I'm not going to be here anymore.
I ask you all the time.
Do you see that there's a difference between doing stand-up and hosting your own show?
Yes, I feel right now I feel like I could do anything. I couldn't do this in my own show.
You can't do this here! What are you
I
kidding
could,
me?
but is it going to be aired? That's another story. No, I do feel the freedom of being here, which is why I'm loving this right now. When I'm producing, I couldn't get away with this.
I wonder why.
If that answers your question.
Yes. You know what? On that note, I want to thank God this day's over. I want to thank my guests. Yeah. I thank my guests. I want to thank my hardworking crew that actually showed up. You guys, holy Moses, an audience here live. Wow. That's so awesome and probably not going to ever happen again. Sad thing, it's probably not going to happen ever again. But until next month, ladies and gentlemen, I am Cyclone saying, stay humble, America.
You asked me as I stand here at your door, but this dripping from the rain, and I think I left my lights on again. Really sorry I got delayed. Turned around and so confused. I was one, I lost my way. Didn't know what path to choose. So here I am. I'm a little late, but it's better late than never. Here I am. I'm a little late, but it's better late than never. Oh, what took you so long? Just take my coat, I decided to come to you. Was all tied up in a traffic jam. My fears and doubts being used, and I packed my emotional baggage. Had to kiss the past goodbye, put away all my insecurities. Now I wanna give love a try. So here I am. I'm a little late, but it's better late than never. Here I am. I'm a little late, but it's better late than never. Here I am. I'm a little late, but it's better late than never. Here I am. I'm a little late, but it's better late than never. I've removed all my barbed wire fences. Took me a while, but I come to my senses. Broke the chain of all past transgressions. Would you be my new obsession? Show me inside. My clothes are all wet. Show me a night. Will never forget. Don't just stand there. Show me in. Show me love. So here I am. I'm a little late, but it's better late than never. Here I am. I'm a little late, but it's better late than never. Here I am. I'm a little late, but it's better late than never. Here I am. I'm a little late, but it's better late than never. Show me inside. My clothes are all wet, and I'll show you a night we'll never forget.